Hey everyone, and welcome to the giveaway of the banking interviews and research resource that I have. I'm looking for some of you to test this out with your students. Let me know how it goes. I'm particularly interested in whether students have any issues with the interviews, particularly with the adult and the bank representative one that I haven't thought of yet. I am pretty sure that this is a complete resource and it should work for you perfectly fine, but I always want to test it out. And I'm so grateful for you guys being interested in doing that for me. So I'm going to give away 10 copies of this tonight to my test group and would love to hear back from you once you have done it. Just a quick heads up about what the resource is. Once again, you have 3 interviews. The first one is a self interview. So this is where you're going to try and let the students establish what their needs, their wants, their goals are around banking and the types of accounts that they might need. So it's a pretty comprehensive survey that they're going to give themselves. You can print it out. You can do it on Google document. The next one then is an adult interview. So this is where they're going to interview an adult in their lives. It could be a staff member in your building. It could be a parent, grandparent, neighbor, anyone really who is a trusted adult. And I say trusted because the adult has to feel comfortable sharing a little bit about their banking information. So like what bank they use, what type of accounts they have, their experience, and so on. And that usually goes better if the student already knows the adult in some capacity. And then the last one is a bank representative interview. And this can be done over the phone. It can be done in our branch itself. You could bring some bank representatives into your school and let maybe the students interview them as a group. But what you're really trying to do is get students comfortable with the idea of being smart consumers, looking for trusted resources for recommendations, and then also going to the seller and asking some of the hard questions that they need to ask to find out, is this the right place for them and the right product for them? And then there is a final product as well. Now, this is totally optional whether you want to do this or not as a test group. If you do, I would really love to hear how it goes. But I have a final product choice board. So you have 5 options that the students can pick from. They get to choose whichever way they want to basically showcase what they learned through the interviews and share their knowledge and the steps that they've learned for kind of evaluating banks and accounts with other students or the community or even just their families. What you choose to do with the final product is up to you. I love the idea, though, of getting maybe some sort of kind of gallery walk for the rest of the school where they come to your classroom or a location and get to see all of the students' final products and essentially learn about banks and bank accounts from that experience. Each one of those comes with an explanation sheet for what the student would need and a rubric that you can use for grading it. Okay, so I have 10 of these to give away tonight. And let's start spinning this wheel because this will take a while. There's only 58 of you in this one, so your odds of winning are quite good. And thank you so much for your interest. Let's go with the first one. Okay, Desiree is our first one out. Thank you, Desiree. And if you aren't drawn out tonight and you really want to use the resource, you can find it on my Teachers Pay Teacher store. Just go to phieducator.store and you'll be able to find us the most recently created item there. You'll also find a link in the email that comes out. If you're receiving this video, it should be in the email as well. You can also check the description of the YouTube video where you're watching this, and you'll see it there. This one is our third one. Another thing I want to do for you all is I want to give you a sample of the adult interview. So I'm going to send you the adult interview as just a free download. Check it out, see what you think. If you want to go get the rest of the resource, then you'll know where to find it, but at least you can get an idea of what it's about. All right, that's 4. 5, so halfway there. 6. And what I find is really great about this resource, and I've done kind of a limited version of this myself with my own students, I realized that it was a good idea, it just needed a bit more development. And that's what prompted me to make this, is that it makes banking more interesting, particularly when you pair it with that banking learning walk that I have in my store as well. And you've probably seen me post about in the past couple of weeks. It makes banking interesting. Like you're not just standing up in front of the room talking about the different types of banks, different types of accounts, which is very kind of dry and boring. It lets students discover more, become smart consumers, and really just practice the idea. And a bank is something that every student can shop for right now. And we would hope that every student would have a checking account or savings account at least by the time they finish high school. So it's great practice for them, kind of just evaluating which account they should get. All right, we're on to our last one. All right, so there is our 10. So we have Desiree, Jennifer, Tanya, Carly, Kristen, Greg, Bree, Suan, Linda, and Kendra. Thank you so much. I'll be reaching out to you via email with your download link. But for the rest of you, thank you so much for your interest in testing this out. Again, you can find it on my Teachers Pay Teacher store. So that's phieducator.store, or look for it in the description on this video. But have a great week and best of luck with your banking units. Thank you.